today in this YouTube video, I'm going to be reacting to some of the most relatable spiritual memes that we have on the internet. I realized the other day as I was scrolling through Instagram and Facebook that we have so many spiritual memes out there, and so many of those spiritual memes are so relatable. And I know you're also going to relate so deeply with some of these memes. Seeing some of these memes have truly made me understand that I'm not alone. There's many people out there who do understand, they do get it. And there are people out there who's also going through stuff like the dark night of the soul, questioning if, the spirit guides are with them, questioning the universe, trying to trust it more, try to have faith when you are in the unknown, all of these things. So today we are going to be pulling out some of the most relatable spiritual memes that I found on the internet. Okay, so I'm gonna put the meme up here, so you guys can see, and I'm gonna look at it. So the first one we have is spiritual growth journey be like. Why? Oh, that's why. Yeah, I just watched The Big Bang Theory and I can hear Sheldon saying this. I can hear the entire scene, but but a lot of times it is like this, where we just have an intuition to go there and we don't understand why. We don't understand it until later on, where it sort of comes together and makes more sense as to why we were guided there. Yeah, completely relatable. The second one will be your spirit guides when you finally get the lesson after 10 rounds. After 10 rounds, like, keep sending you signs and you're just not getting it. And just not getting it. Like, yeah, it took a long time for her to get that, but now she does, and that's great, and that's awesome. Universe, I have a plan for your life. Spirit guides and me. This is, yeah, this, I can feel this, because it feels like a roller coaster, literally holding your spirit guide's hand and being like, be with me, guide me through this whole process. What the universe is saying me to do and the career it wants me to go towards versus the path that I had envisioned in my mind. Very different. And so you just hold your spirit guide's hand or your ancestor's hand, you hold him as tight as possible, and it feels like this. It really feels like this. Me when I first joined the spiritual community online versus me when I realized half these ants shove their yoni eggs in the wrong hole. Okay, this is like mostly for people who have been on the spiritual path for a long time, and you've had like you had a lot of experience, like you've been around the spiritual groups. Yeah, you understand this me trying to explain the multidimensional nature of reality and how you can shift between them, my family. Yeah. Yes, I remember at the beginning of my journey, I was sharing to my family, and I got the energy that they were sort of saying, like, we love you, but you do hear yourself, right? You do hear some of the things you were saying. Like, I think it spooked a lot of them out, and this lady's reaction, her facial expression just says it all. When you've meditated, rolled around the grass, butt naked, and drank 10 liters of beet juice, and you're still not grounded, please help. I felt this. Some days in the dark night of the soul, this was my reality a lot of times, because I would try so hard to ground myself, but it would take a long, long time to actually feel like myself again and be less in my mind and grounded. When you didn't understand why the universe was miraculously ripping your life apart, then it all starts coming together and making sense. Yep. When your life starts to fall apart, it can feel like the most scary time, and you feel so afraid. And so when it starts to make sense, it only starts to make sense a little later on, like when you walk in the path. You have to just keep walking the path, and then it's like, okay, I understand why, but it doesn't come at first. It comes a little later on. The face I make when my friends finally start making the connection that the inner world and outer worlds are connected. Finally, after having to sort of talk about it a lot of times, and they finally realize that what you were saying, they feel it. And me, I've done so much growth and healing, my spirit guides. It's not a one-time thing, it's a continuous process. And the universe is like, no, no, you haven't. That was just the prequel, like it was just the start. Wait until you see what happens next. Reading all Facebook posts written before your spiritual awakening, my Kundalini is rising. This reminds me, I had a old Facebook page. I had an old Facebook account, and I think if I read all the posts that I had put on there, I would really cringe out. The other day I was just thinking about it, and yeah, I was a whole different person before my spiritual awakening. That is truly seen and felt by the way I had my old Facebook and now having a Facebook that is so different. When you find out you are your spirit guide. Yep. When your spirit guides make you find out that you are your spirit guide actually. How your spirit guide look at you when you pull out your tarot deck for the 50th time with the same question. You desperate. Like that's desperation energy there. We told you so many times. When you're trying to pay attention to what they are saying, but the energy speaks louder than the words, oh man, I feel that. I feel that so much. Me, I think all my tough spiritual lessons are now over. My spirit guides, no, no, we haven't even begun. When they made fun of your spirituality and they need you to use your spirituality to help them. Yes, like remember the time when you called me crazy and you said some really mean things about me because I was meditating and doing yoga and I was really interested in learning a lot of esoteric things. But now, you kind of need my help. It's like a full circle movement. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you resonated with some of these memes, you can comment down below because I definitely have found them to be very relatable, at least for myself. And maybe if you have some of these memes, you can share it to me on social media so that I can react to it. Yeah, I thought that this would be a really fun video to get into. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are somebody who is on the spiritual journey and maybe you are seeking spiritual guidance or spiritual assistance in one way or the other, I do provide one-on-one coaching sessions to people who are on the spiritual journey, who are seeking guidance or support on their path. You can find more information about that in the description down below. I have an email. You can email me on that email address. So thank you so much for watching the video once again. Thank you so much for receiving today. I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself and bye for now.